Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for the reading of the study I did on Psalm 24, verse 5. Psalm 24, verse 5 says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." According to dictionary.com, receive says to take into one's possession, something offered or delivered. We get a word receive from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we place the definition of receive in the main verse, we get he shall take into his possession blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. According to dictionary.com, blessing says the invoking of God's favor upon a person. We get a word blessing from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we place the definition of blessing in the main verse, we get he shall receive the invoking of God's favor upon himself from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. According to dictionary.com, invoking says to call for with earnest desire, make supplication or pray for. We get a word invoking from the definition of the word blessing, which says the invoking of God's favor upon a person. If we place the definition of invoking in the definition of blessing, we get the called for with earnest desire, make supplication or pray for God's favor upon a person. According to dictionary.com, earnest says serious in intention, purpose, or effort, sincerely zealous. We get a word earnest from the definition of the word invoking, which says to call for with earnest desire, make supplication or pray for. If we place the definition of earnest in the definition of invoking, we get to call for with serious in intention, purpose, or effort, sincerely zealous desire, make supplication or pray for. According to dictionary.com, Lord says a person who has authority, control, or power over others, a master, chief, or ruler. We get a word Lord from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we place the definition of Lord in the main verse, we get, "He shall receive blessing from the person who has authority, control, or power over others, a master, chief, or ruler, and righteousness from the God of his salvation." According to dictionary.com, righteousness says the quality or state of being just or rightful. We get a word righteousness from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we place the definition of righteous in the main verse, we get, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and the quality or state of being just or rightful from the God of his salvation." According to dictionary.com, God says the one supreme being, the creator and ruler of the universe. We get a word God from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we place the definition of God in the main verse, we get, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the one supreme being, the creator and ruler of the universe of his salvation." According to dictionary.com, salvation says deliverance from the power and penalty of sin, redemption. We get a word salvation from the main verse which says, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." If we replace the definition of salvation in the main verse, we get, "He shall receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his deliverance from the power and penalty of sin, redemption." Revelation. He shall take into his possession the called for with serious intention, purpose, or effort, sincerely zealous desire, make supplication or pray for God's favor upon himself from the person who has authority, control, or power over him, a master, chief, or ruler, and the quality or state of being just or rightful from the one supreme being, the creator and ruler of the universe, of his deliverance from the power and penalty of sin. Redemption. Application. The person who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to an idol, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall take into his possession the called for with sincerely zealous desire to make supplication or pray for God's favor upon himself from his master, and a state of being just from the ruler of the universe of his redemption. Thank you for joining me for the reading of the study I did on Psalm 24 verse 5. Have a blessed day. Bye.